Hello, and welcome back to the Create series, Season 1, Episode 25. I'm out at the location of my mob farm that we built so long ago. I chose this location because it's next to a flower forest, and I knew eventually I wanted to build a flower and dye farm, and that time has come. We've been in the factory for so long, dealing with all those noises and fumes, that it's time to get outside and deal with allergies and bees. And, anyway. Speaking of the factory, there are some updates I wanted to give, including one pretty big disappointment. In between episodes, I fully tested all the assemblers and made sure they're all work, and then of course I ran them for a while to try to get some inventory in the system. There were a few tweaks I had to make. Somehow I broke rotational power for all these, so they weren't even being powered, but that was easy fix. There were a couple bits of logic I had to fix, or some things that I missed. I had to extend the brass one because I had a third machine that was using brass. So having just the one AND gate wasn't enough. I had to add on another. So now I have the funnel maker, the brass casing maker, and the pulse extender maker. Ran out of room, so I had to just make it vertically as opposed to this style. But it works the same. It's all good. However, the biggest disappointment, there's a major flaw in my dispensing system. If I put in my box here, you can see that my redstone torches filled up, but none of the others are updating, even though I have bits of all of these in the system. You can see there are actually torches stuck in the smart chute, so that prevents any of the other stuff from falling through because there's no space for torches. So to try to work around that, I built this nicely engineered system to empty out the chute periodically, and that gets the stuff unstuck. And I thought that would be a clever way to deal with the problem. So it does clear out the stuff stuck in the chute, and it takes it over here and it just sends it back up and drops it back into the system. I was hoping the vaults would empty in like a round robin fashion so that it would cycle through everything else, but it seems to just do like the first two items. As they go back in, they just get dropped right back out. So it didn't really solve the problem. Now, there is another workaround that goes along with this that does work. I can take out a piece of what I want, let's say the observer. If I put it in the filter, then it'll fill up that section. I could do like the same thing with the comparator. Now it'll fill up the comparators. I didn't have that many in the system. So that works, but it's way less convenient than what I wanted. I was pretty excited about it, but it didn't quite work out. I mean, it's still usable, right? It's still better than like manually filling everything up, but I want it to be better. So we'll think on that. We'll see what we can come up with and see if we can fit it in the space. One other little tweak I did, I put on this monitor so I can just check inventory. So I'll pop that in. 1,472 dust, 566 torches, and so on. Just a quick way to check to help me debug the system. Well, I slipped on a thermal transfer this morning. It's never happened before. So building the flower farm in a flower forest will give us the ability to get a large percentage of the numbers of flowers available in Minecraft right from one area. So it makes sense to build here. If I was going for efficiency, I'd probably just build that piston machine that plants the flowers and then shakes the ground and then uses some water to collect it. And that's pretty efficient and that would work, but I kind of want to make it look like we're naturally harvesting the flowers that are here. I think the idea would just be to build a contraption that looks like a giant mower. It's just going to run through this area and mow down the flowers, and then we'll replant them, and it'll go and mow them down again. Probably won't be as efficient, but I think it'll look a lot cooler. And you never pass up an opportunity to be able to create contraption, right? So I've cleared out an area that I want to harvest. And I have a rough track layout with torches here of how the circuit will go. So we'll be using bone meal and dispensers to grow the flowers. So I wanted to clear it out and bone meal it just to see what I'm really going to get from that operation. That's a pretty good sample of what I'm going to get. I did include a little bit of the plains there to make sure I got the yellow dandelions. We're going to get some whites and some reds, yellows, blues, orange over there. These purple ones. I think that's a pretty good set. Okay, let's lay some rail and then we'll work on the mower. Probably would be easier if it were all flat, but I wanted to keep the elevation changes just so that it looks more natural. Okay, let's put together the mower itself. All right, let's see if that works. That's pretty menacing. Ugh. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Doesn't really cut when it comes down a slope, but I can live with that. So in the next step, we'll put dispensers in the ground that'll replant like this. And then it'll replant and it'll go back around and mow down stuff in its way. Pretty cool. So you may have noticed I put portable storage interfaces in the bottom of the mower, which seems kind of odd. But the idea is I want to use the mower itself to feed the planters that are going to be replanting. So the thought was we'll have a dispenser here that's going to replant. Right next to it, we'll have a portable storage interface that'll only take in bone meal. And then underneath, we'll hook it up so that the bone meal feeds the dispenser. And then we'll detect when the machine goes by and we'll fire this off. So let's build one of these out and see if it actually works. Ooh, copper. Stand by. Okay, so in theory, machine drives over the portable storage interface. It drops out bone meal only. Bone meal falls here, gets sucked up into here. This will pop that up into there and it goes into the dispenser. Okay, so that'll get the bone meal into the dispenser, but we still need to trigger it in some fashion. All right, so we want to detect when the train hits here. We'll put that there. We'll have to light up that other side. That's okay. And that's gonna fall under there. Okay. So the detector rail will light that up. Run this around. Let's make that a repeater because we're going to want a slight delay probably. What happens is when the machine comes over and hits the portable storage interface, it's going to dump every bit of bone meal that it has into the system. Now we don't want that to happen. So when we hit this detector rail, we are going to tell it to signal this portable storage interface, which will cause it to disconnect. So in theory, it'll drop, I don't know, a couple pieces maybe. And then after that has happened, we'll do a short delay and then we'll replant. Seems simple. Let's see if it works. Stick in some bone meal. Turn it on. Okay, it only, oh, look at that. It only stopped briefly and it planted. All right, let's see how much it put in it. Where is it? Hurry. Oh, it dumped it all in though. Okay. Okay, we don't want it to dump it all in. So let's say just give me one. We'll see if that works. All right. Turn this off. It is planting and harvesting and replanting, though. That is exciting. Okay, let's see. All right. Full stack in there. Harvested plants in there. Okay. All right. Nothing's in the dispenser. Nothing's in the barrel. Okay. Let's try this again. That is so cool. I love it. I love it. Okay, let's see. Okay, it just put one in. Oh, that is so great. Yeah, okay. And that's not going to waste my bone meal either. So now I just need to make quite a few more of those, and then this will be operational. There's more we got to do. We got to process everything and all that, but pretty excited about this. Okay, I got 8 of the auto planters in. Let's see if they work. Yeah, looks like that's working. See what we get. Nice. Okay. That's going to work. Now, right now we have to manually feed it bone meal, which we don't want to have to do that. We have bone meal from our mob farm, of course, but we can also take the seeds that are in and compost those and have it create some bone meal to feed back to itself. I don't think it'll be self-sustaining. I don't think it'll generate that much, but it'll help. Okay, let's build the load and unload station. We have a portable storage interface here. That'll connect to one up here. We'll have a chute going into that. Then a barrel going into that. Then we're going to have belts running out. Basically the way that this is going to work. We have a weighted ejector down here that takes the output from a composter. That's going to take in the seeds from the machine. The seeds will go in, they'll get composted. They go out on the weighted ejector and get thrown back up here. And that will throw this right back into there. To make sure we don't pull the bone meal out as it's falling back through, we'll put a filter here to keep that from happening. Flowers and seeds come up here. They get sent out there. Seeds get composted. Turn into bone meal, throw them back up. Bone meal goes through here, falls back through into the machine next time it docks. Now, we don't have processing for flowers yet, but we'll add that later. Of course, this section is going to need rotational power. We don't have access to our nice steam engine that we have back at home. We'll probably just add a windmill on that hill right there, and it'll look something like that. And we'll just pull the power from there into here. Do you think it'll work? Let's find out. All right, should drop off. Flowers and seeds come out. Seeds go through the composter, turned into bone meal, tossed up, back into the system. The more I think about it, I think it makes more sense to do the flower sorting and the dye processing back at the base. I can have this go into a vault with a connection for our nether train. I can move the portal to the nice big portal kind of in the mountain here. The nether train will come out, come through here, pick up this stuff, I can have it going out there. We'll convert that to another vault. They can pick up stuff from the mob farm, circle back around, and go back through the mountain, and then all of our stuff from this remote location will be back at the base. I think I like that. Let's do that. I mentioned how much I hate working in the nether. Okay, I got all the tracks laid through the nether. I hate working in the nether. It was brutal. Check this out. Ooh. Nope. Nope. Okay, check this out. 203. 203 pieces of magma cream. Just from laying those tracks. It's a terrible place. Anyway, I think all that I have left to do is set up stations for these two stops, and then we'll try this thing out. Flower station. Mob station, yeah. Okay, I put in these signals because the train is automated, so I want to make sure that it goes this way and not that way, and then loops back around. Goes back through here. Won't stop at that station because it's got to go that way, but that's okay. And then back through there, in theory. Okay, Casey, I got a new stop for you. Two new stations to stop at. Flower Station and Mob Station. I don't really have anywhere for the stuff to go right now. I don't have like a automated storage room, but I will have in the future. Anyway, just to check that this is going to work, I'm going to let it go to the main storage here. And then I've got these little filters set up to dump out mob farm stuff and to dump out flour stuff, so we can check it with this. So, okay, let's see if this works. I put a little delay here because I want to tag along. Mind if I come along, Casey? Let's go. That bug. Okay. Roadkill! You're doing great, Casey. Doing great. Okay, we're at the flower station. Should be picking up flowers. Alright, at the mob farm. You're doing great, Casey. Keep it up. Ah. I got a roller coaster. Alright. Let me get my seat. Alright, last stop should be the old Blaze station. Alright. And take us home, Casey. Great job, Casey. Great job. Let's see if it worked. All right. Moment of truth. Nothing. Oh, that's from the mob farm, though. There's probably nothing there right now. Flowers. Yes. Yes. Excellent. Well, there's your problem. I like the chute when I was putting on the portable storage interface so I wouldn't lose everything in the vault. And I forgot to take the lock off. We'll send Casey back. I did put in some chunkulators, so these stations should work. Even when I'm not here. We'll send Casey back this time and see if he gets mob farm stuff. Alright, Casey, you're going solo this time. You got this. And now we wait. And there he comes. Okay, Casey. Did you bring me mob farm stuff? Yes, you did. Good job. Perfect. And that's all we have time for in this episode. I did want to take a minute and talk about this series. I've been working on this series for a year now, 25 full episodes, and I'm pretty happy with it. The time has come, however, to put the series on pause. I have some collaboration projects that I'm working on that might end up on this channel. I don't really have time with my day job and those other projects to continue doing this series on a regular basis. I haven't really gained a huge following on this channel, but I do have a core set of loyal viewers, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for watching, for clicking subscribe and clicking like and all those good things. To that core set of viewers, I pose the following questions. Would you like to see this series return, even if it's in the future? And if so, should I start over? Should I continue in this world? Do you like the style? Are the videos too long? Are the videos too short? Any and all feedback would be appreciated. And with that, I'd like to say thank you so much for watching, and I do hope to see you in the future. Here we see Coniferous waiting out the rainstorm so that he can say words to his audience without rain interrupting. Poor Coniferous.